Gee, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius. Every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. OTG tactical genius. Every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
This for the 101. Absolutely sensational once again.
Virtual cue in your hand. Amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. Early rise and work all done. Streets and games just for fun. We'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius. Every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
That was fantastic.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Where's the cue ball going? Oh dear.
Oh dear, how sad, never mind. Welcome back to VP4TV, folks, and we're here for a match tonight on the one-loss side between Cobra and Spectredawn. I'm just going to tab out for a second and see if Steve is there. He said he might be late. Let me have a quick look. Good afternoon to Steve.
Good afternoon, good evening.
Well, I thought you wouldn't make it in time, but you're here.
I did make it in time. How about that?
Right, so the schedule has this match tonight starting in about 5 minutes' time, and we have the other match tomorrow night. Where are we? That's not the one I want. 2025. We have the other match that was scheduled yesterday, which is the one with Larry, I believe.
Where's the cue ball going?
Matt. And that goes tomorrow night at 7 p.m. So we've got the two matches. This one tonight, Spectredawn looking to win his first title, but he's going to have to overcome a few blockers in the way, none more than Cobra. And it's going to be hard to call this because, well, it's hard to call it because, I mean, I think it's pretty much going to be down to the break. And also, as Steve will say, the moving game, if it comes to it, where Cobra should be the dominant figure in that respect. But, you know, a bit of a bad roll, bit of bad luck, bit of good luck, you never know what the outcome might be. So it's a big ask for Spectredawn to hang in there to try and win his maiden title, but you've got to overcome the better players to do it. So none better than doing it tonight.
Yeah,
so what do you think, Steve?
I do think Cobra's the favorite, but not a huge favorite. Spectredawn's certainly capable of winning. I'll be interested to see if his moving game has gotten any better because, I mean, I don't think Cobra runs out better than Spectredawn does. I think they're about the same in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
So then it becomes the other thing. Obviously, the brake's going to be important. If one of them breaks poorly, that's really going to hurt. So yeah, it could go either way, but I would favor Cobra.
Yeah, I'm just what Coldest Pillow was wondering is whether Cobra's maybe looked at Coldest Pillow's break, maybe change something up with the house cue and see whether he'll try that, because it worked for a short while and then it didn't work at the wrong time for Coldest Pillow last night. But I don't think Cobra's into doing an awful lot of changes. I think
And,
he'll
you know,
stick to his game plan.
I think with the break, especially a break like Coldest Pillow was using last night, the key is understanding how to adjust. Like he was coming up short. So what do you do? Am I going to hit this harder, easier? Am I going to cut it more, cut it less? Am I going to put more backspin on the cue ball? So, you know, that's the trick, is being able to adjust. Now, you're not going to get it perfect on VP because it's not a template rack. So no matter how well you adjust, you're still going to not make that one ball sometime. But other than that, I mean, it's really a matter of understanding how to adjust whether the one ball is going high or low. And with Coldest Pillow last night, it was going missing low.
Now, let me test something here. I'm trying to remember my shortcuts. I'm back to this presentation, which was the one that was causing XSplit to crash. I thought we'd give it a run tonight and see what happens. Let me test this shortcut.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Not that one either. No, hang on a minute. No, that's not it either. No, I can't remember my shortcuts. That's the problem. I've got all that many shortcuts, I can't remember them. Anyway, welcome everybody. I'm pretty certain more people will join us. And I'm going to ask straight away, and I'm going to keep doing it to annoy people, hit the like button, because it does help, because I've had more subscribers. I'm up to 713 now, and this is because the YouTube algorithm goes by likes amongst other things, and if you keep hitting the like and we get more likes per stream, the feed will go out to prospective viewers who are crawling through YouTube.
Room's up.
So do it please. Right, let's get in. We'll probably miss the lag.
It's happening right now.
Yeah, that's why I can't get in.
And it's going to be Cobra breaking first.
So race to 15.
And he's got a house cue.
Yeah, he took the bait. He's obviously been talking to Yama. Oh, that's what I meant to ask people. Is Yama under the profile YM now? And he's got a US flag, or am I just mistaking him for somebody else? Because like I said, I've not seen him playing in VP4 for a while, but the guys last night said that he's been on quite a bit. I think Cobra was saying that. Welcome to Gary B. Got my internet upgraded the other day. You mean you're off the 56K at last? Thank God for that.
56K, that's good. Well, let's see what he tries to do here. This is tricky. I mean, a minimum, you got to get down table below the ball.
Well, hang on a minute. This might work. That's a brilliant shot. Let's see if the replay's working. I mean, at least he got there, but that is a brilliant move.
Well,
hang on a minute.
Now he's got to get the cue ball out of there. So I think he's going to want to draw this. Come off the 6, go to the long rail. I would draw this hard, and I don't think going forward's going to work. He's going to try to go forward. I guess if you hit this hard enough, it might.
Speak of the devil, there's Yamaguchi Taro. Now, I don't know whether he'll understand me, but is Yamaguchi Taro YM?
He got it to work. That was a very nice shot. He was able to force the cue ball through.
What's Japanese for hello? Is it konnichiwa? Something like that. Yeah, Yama is YM. Well, ask him why he's got a US flag. Is he actually living in the States? I mean, there's no other reason you'd want to have a US flag in your profile unless you're embarrassed because you're Japanese.
That's to fool his wife. Okay. Well, he looks like he's shooting us in the side pocket, which is not really, I think, the best choice. But
Yeah,
we'll see.
this is
Okay, now he's
tricky.
changing his mind. Now he's going corner pocket.
Now, is he going to stay below the 7 or run through to play the 7 back into the corner pocket he's at?
He's gonna run through, I think.
You know, he's brushed
he got a piece of it, which he didn't want.
Yeah, he's got half a pocket though. I mean, this will go as long as he does play it to the jaw.
But it's not an appealing looking shot. That's one of those shots you kind of look at it and look at it. And...
Now, is he playing to bump the 9 here as well? He might skim the 9 and leave a long 8 up the table, but I don't think that's the least. I think that's the least of his worries. I think the worry's catching an edge of that 8.
He's coming back. He's not going to mess with a 9.
There you go. Nope. Commentator's eye. That edge of the 8 ball.
It just wasn't a very appealing shot. I mean, he could have tried to play safe there. You don't have to shoot it.
You're eating again, Steve.
Me eating?
Again.
No.
Yeah, again. I mean, I think Steve starves himself and then only eats when he comes onto a live stream.
Would I be eating during the stream? Come on.
Well, this is a bonus for Spectredawn. This is what he needs. A little bit of assistance early on. Doesn't go unmissed.
Well, I mean, that's a 2-game swing there. And that's just good experience there, going ahead instead of rolling it like a lot of guys would go ahead and hit it.
Miasma goes 15-11 Cobra. What did you call Matt? Matt called it for Cobra as well. 15-13 or something. Oh, Matt said 15-11. Ah, right.
Got balls
a couple
down.
Of balls have got in.
He's got a shot. He's got on the right or the correct side of the 1. Everything's wonderful, really. I mean, this is
I think he'll just run
pretty
these
good situation. Yeah,
I don't think he'll be playing any combo in the 9. I think he'll just run them.
Yeah, I mean, it's not worth trying to play for a combo because you get funny on it and then you're sorry. And it's also nice to be able to run some balls early in a match, kind of get a feel for things, get settled in.
Well, this is what Spectredawn does do very well. When they're there to be taken out, he's taking them out. That's a given.
Yeah, he runs out as good as anybody.
So, it's a hefty price to pay early on for one mistake. That's 2 so far. And if Spectredawn hits the ground running with a break, it could be really bad news early on.
Oh, that one ball was going.
That was heading left side pocket, but it's dry.
It's dry, but not the simplest rack. Although I think he should run this out. And the reason I'm saying that is where the 3 is in proximity to the 4 makes it very easy to get to the 4. So, it's critical he gets on the 2 in a way he can get a little angle back on the 3.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
all about the
mandatory,
angle.
but it makes it a lot simpler. And that was pretty well done. Let's see what he can do here.
Now the
Because
angle is
the thing is he doesn't have to bump the 7. He can just shoot a stop shot and just cut the 4.
he
I
might
mean,
just stay above the 8 ball here. Yeah, he has, and he's gone dead straight.
He'll probably try to come back an inch or two. You know, come back a little and just cut the 4. I mean, he doesn't have to bump the 7 ball.
Well, this is a make or break shot. Yeah, he's just left the cut, and he'll be out for the. Well, provided he doesn't bump the 7, I presume he'll tweak the cue ball a wee bit to avoid that.
Even if he gets a little bit of the 7, it's not going to matter. You still get position on the 5.
Well, there you go.
Got to make the 4.
There you go. Another
Wow.
mistake from Cobra.
That's 2 racks, 2 mistakes, or I guess 3 racks.
Oak, smoked roasted tomatoes, mozzarella, touch of salami. That sounds good to me. I'll have that in about three sandwiches will do, and a cup of tea to wash it down. I mean, I love everything there. Oak, smoked roasted tomatoes, mozzarella, touch of salami. Yep.
Well, that was pretty conservative what he did there. He didn't try to get very close to the 5.
Well, I'm sure Cobra is simmering, if not coming to the boil already.
Well, you don't know that. I mean, I think with good players,
I think he is.
I think with good players, they make some mistakes, and most of them are just going to shrug them off.
Because he's already counting the mistakes that he's made.
So, didn't somebody say Spectredawn was Scottish?
Who said that?
I thought somebody said that. Or as Q likes to say, he's Scotch.
No, he's not Scotch. That's a bloody Americanism, that. It's Scotch. S-C-O-T-S. Scotch is a drink.
It's pretty easy to get your chain going.
Don't get me riled up. And don't be saying Glasgow or Edinburgh. That's another bullshit thing that the Americans say as well. That annoys me as well. Yeah, there's lots of things that annoy me. Least of all, Stubb. Right, well, the break was dry, and this is the other thing that you need to get in your favour as well. Everything's going for Spectredawn at the moment. He's come up dry, left Cobra absolutely nothing.
I like leaving him the right edge of this one because it's kind of tricky playing safe with the 3 and 5 there. He's doing something else here. I think he's going to leave him the left edge, which, yeah, that might be pretty good too.
Look at this. We've got an Englishman who's claiming he's a Scotsman. Now we've got a German saying he's Scottish.
Well, he left him
too
much.
much.
You can shoot this. I mean, Spectredawn is, you know, I wouldn't want to give him this shot. I mean, I know it's a hard shot, but this guy is such a great shot maker. I think he'll shoot at this 1 ball.
Oh, can he get out of there clean though?
Oh.
He's going to be hooked. Oh, no, he isn't. No, he isn't. No, he isn't. He's got it.
Yeah, I mean, he took a chance there, but
yeah.
When I said leave him an edge, I didn't mean like an edge that you can make the ball. He's too good a shot maker to leave him that.
Yeah.
So what happened there is, I mean, Cobra's a good shot maker, but I think Spectredawn's probably the best shot maker in VP. So what you don't want to do is push out to the other guy's strength. I mean, if you're going to push out to your strength.
Mac means son of. That's what that means. It's a bit like the Icelandics and Norwegian. The Icelandics are all someone's daughter or someone's son. You know, that's they take their father's surname or something like that. So they're all called daughter or son. Well, great start here for Spectredawn, but it has to be put down as another mistake or a poor shot choice by Cobra.
Oh, he got there. He came up just a little short there, but he's fine.
No, well, you see, you know, if I want to, I could have an Irish flag because I've got Irish blood in me. I keep telling you, go and Google.
I thought it was the other way around, that the
No,
Irish
go
all
and Google.
have Scottish blood. Because
One of you guys go and Google Gallo Glass. I googled my surname and I'm connected to the Gallo Glass, which I can best describe as a bunch of Irish skinheads who come over here to beat the shit out of the Scots. Go and read it and Google it. Gallo Glass, GALLOWGLASS. So basically, I'm a ruffian, and don't mess with me.
Well, he's got a ball down and he's got a shot, and he's got a pretty good table.
Well, what are the odds in 15-0 here to Spectredawn? The way this is going.
Well, he got a little funny on the 2-ball here.
Welcome to Hazard.
I'm not sure if he has to go back and forth. I think he can roll this if he wants to. Yep.
And, well, now this is just, is it straight enough for him to dink this back?
It's
You got
funny.
a slight cut angle. It is funny. Because it wants to come down on the short side, this, does it not?
You could you could draw this with right English, and you know you might miss the 4 and go around the other side of it.
He's taking his medicine and leaving
You're just
the
going to leave it
long cut.
alone. Yep.
You know, again, he was aware of the situation. He didn't like the angle, and he didn't take the risk of doing something daft. And he decided, we'll just take it as it is, leave myself a guaranteed shot. And you know, you can't argue with that.
Well, I learned how to play that kind of situation watching Efren. So what Efren always does in that situation, when he's got a little funny angle, and maybe if you draw it back, you're going to hit the ball. He always pulls it back hard, tries to go to the end rail and out. And if he hits the ball, you know, usually it's come out pretty good.
Spec's profile picture is that Alf. That was a sitcom, was it not? An alien thing. I never ever watched it. I never ever seen an episode of it, but it's that Alf alien thing on a tin. Well, who thought this at the start? 5-0 to Spectredawn, and Cobra has made probably, 3, if not 4 mistakes.
Yeah, well, he's missed a couple balls that you wouldn't expect him to miss.
Oh, that's correct. Alien life form. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I switched on the TV one day, and it was on, and I've never ever seen an episode. And you know what? I never ever will see an episode either. One ball on the side again.
Another good rack. Well, if you're any player playing this guy, you do have to be a little concerned if he starts breaking well, because he certainly can run out.
Now,
well, let's see how he
hold for the gap.
He's got choices here. I think he'll go forward.
No, I think he's holding it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a smart play. He's shooting it in a way he's going to guarantee he has a shot, which is, I don't know if a pro would have wanted to leave it there on the rail, but you know, pro players, they hate hooking themselves. They don't want to ever end up snookering themselves, so they'll play a lot of shots where they're playing a shot that guarantees that they can't get behind another ball.
Well, the bad news for Cobra is he's already well into the needing assistance from his opponent stage already. He's needing some help here, Cobra.
Well, I think Spectredawn's played in enough of these world championships that he's starting to get comfortable where he's not so nervous, and very dangerous player. Cobra needs to get him in a moving game, try to break his rhythm.
Well, one didn't go, but something else did.
Yeah, and this table's going to be a little tricky.
Yeah.
Let's see what he's going to decide to do here. And he doesn't have the greatest angle on the one, although I think he can draw past the side pocket without a problem. So he's got a chance to do something here. Well, I'm not sure what he's doing because I don't see any kind of shot here other than a safety.
No, he played the little cut onto
nice little
the
shot
4-7.
there. Well, yeah, that was very nice. I mean, you realize that if you just got a little 4, the 7 had to go. That was really well played.
I need to fix that replay. That's horrible looking.
Yeah. And he played for that. I mean, that's the position he played. That was really nice.
Well, he'd obviously, had a good look at the setup there.
But one of the things I like about how he plays is he recognized that shot very quickly. He didn't spend a lot of time figuring what to do. He saw it, he recognized it, and he's a lot like Coldest Pillow in the sense that he's a rhythm player. Maybe not quite as much a freewheeler as Coldest, but he plays at a nice pace. I think it's easier to run a lot of racks playing at this kind of pace rather than grinding. He's just going to accept a little tougher cut.
Who would have thought it? 7-0 to Spectredawn. And you see how costly single errors are in these racks that Cobra's made, how costly they are when you're up against somebody who will take the opportunity when it's available to them to run the table. This might be dry. Yeah, and again...
This is what happens when you get in this kind of match and things are going bad. Now all of a sudden he's got a very challenging shot if he wants to shoot at the one ball. I do think he's got a pretty good safe by thinning the right side of it and taking it to the long rail, short rail, and up behind in the 9 and 2. And that's what he's playing. And this is what he needs to be doing to Spectredawn. Now, Spectredawn isn't that bad at kicking. I mean, he kicks decent, so he's going to hit the ball. But he failed to kick safe.
Now, the 2 ball goes past the 9.
Doing that's pretty much the same as giving the guy ball in hand. That's why it's so important to be able to kick. Even if you don't get him snookered, kick where he doesn't have an easy shot.
Well, again, this shot here is the one that should decide the rack, getting up onto the 3, avoiding any bumps.
He's got to get past the 6 ball. I think he'll try to come between the 6 and 4. He could go around. He can go around the 7 here. That shot is there. And if you hit the 8, you're probably still going to be okay in most instances. He's going to go forward. I kind of thought he would because he likes to do this. I think he'll try to go between the 6 and 4. No, he's not. What's he doing?
Trying to come down the short side.
Well, I don't think that was that good a choice. You would have had to just blast that thing to get it to come down that way.
The one thing that was playing in his mind is if he overhit it, he was heading in the scratch territory, and I think that's what scared him a wee bit. And now he's got to pull off a shot, not only the cut in the pot, but any shot in the 4. He's going to have to work this cue ball.
Yeah, I mean, I think, well, great shot. I think a lot of players would have tried to take that ball around the 7 because they'll recognize that if you hit the 8, you're probably still okay. And that was a shot that's going to win him this rack.
So he just needs to drop down low enough on this 5 so that he can just hold for the 6. And that'll do it. Coldest Pillow says, was that directed to me, Steve? I don't know. The moving game thing. Yeah, well, if that's what you're talking about, probably yes. Take the hint.
I'm not sure what you're talking about. We were talking about the
Neither am I. I'm just
kicking.
guessing. Oh, kicking.
Yeah.
Oh, dear, look at that for a miss. Look at that. That's probably the worst miss of the tournament there by Cobra. Trying to sneak the cue ball past that 8. That's a horrible miss. Well, the nerves are jangling. Cobra's feeling the pressure. Who wouldn't be if you're 7-0 down and you had the chance of getting out? Steve jinxed him because Steve did mention that he should be out. I never said it. It is looking grim here. And we could all be in for an early night.
Well, there's nothing in pool like dealing with all the difficult stuff and then selling out the easy table.
Well, I think there'd be a lot of bleeps in it. That's all I would say.
And
There'd
this
be
is
lots of bleeps.
This is what's tough about winter breaks because, I mean, this could be 2, 3, 4 rats here.
Well, he's halfway home, Spectredawn. And this 7-8 ball goes in. And
You got a shot. It's close.
Yeah, the one goes,
Yep.
Straight through back into the table for the 2 into the same pocket.
Yeah, and the chance of this guy missing this shot's almost 0. Just a phenomenal shot maker.
Left it a wee bit short, has he? No, he's fine. Well, of course, for anybody who doesn't know yet, the winner of this match has Coldest Pillow as the next victim. And I'm sure Coldest Pillow's not worried.
Coldest Pillow, you just got called a victim.
It's probably going to be. It's probably going to be. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
Where's the cue ball going?
There's John Virgo back. There you go. Just in time. Well, there's a gift and a half.
Well, that can turn the match around right there. There's one thing like that. I mean, Cobra could run six racks or.
No, Cobra. I think you need to rephrase that, Steve. Cobra needs to run 6 racks here. I think that's the way we need to describe this. He needs a blitz here. Sticking with the house cue.
I don't think he does. He just needs to keep control of the table. So as long as he makes balls,
one on the side,
he can always play safe. He just needs to. He needs to keep control of the table. You don't have to run out every rack, but you got to keep control.
That's exactly right. Yeah, of course. It is all about keeping control. I mean, if the table's not there for you, just make sure it's not there for your opponent. Keep it tight. But that was a good break, and he landed on the 2.
Yeah, he'd like to be not quite as straight. I would come up short on this 4 and not mess with the side pocket and go to the end rail. He's not going to do that, partly because he's better than me. He kind of cheats the pocket a little and goes up there and gets real good on the 4.
Well, I wonder how. I wonder if Matt's paying any attention to this house cue break shot. I wonder if. I don't think Larry won't fall for that. He'll stick to what he's done for the last 25 years.
I just
He was-
realized the big mistake I made. I'm not selling house cues. They're free.
I mean, anything for a buck. I mean, how money grabbing is this guy Chaplin? I mean, he's got it. That's a bloody idea. He's put that to the top of his bloody list, and the next thing you know, it'll be 10 grand for a bloody house cue.
Might become the most valuable cue.
Anywhere there's a dollar to be made, he's right in there, finger in every pot. Matt says, I was playing Yama quite a lot over a couple of days and it still wasn't anything guaranteed, as other players have shown. What, the house cue break? Well, if you get it right, that one ball's going into the left side pocket more often than not.
More often than not, yeah.
Well, that didn't work. In fact, I think he hit that harder. I mean, he's got a ball, but no shot. Now, you know, do you just bump one of these balls and leave him an edge of the one?
The big problem you got here is it's very easy to play safe behind the 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, there's a nice little hiding spot.
If you're going to leave him an edge, leaving him a left edge is tough. Leaving him a right edge, the problem there is, well, it's kind of hard to push to a point, and the bank's pretty easy. So this is kind of a tricky push out here. Trying to see where you can leave a kick shot.
He's scratching his head here.
I think that's a pretty good play there. I like that.
Well,
that's a pretty good play. Because
I still think there's enough line of balls there to get some cover here. If
but see, the 5 ball's kind of in the way of the 1 now. So
where you want to push the 1, yeah.
That's a good shot. He managed to miss.
He's played it.
Yep, he managed to miss the 5. That's a very good shot there.
That was always on the cards, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Coldest Pillow says, where did I read that? He says, the chat's flying up. He says he's in Glasgow between the 26th and the 29th of August. Well, I'm pretty certain I'm working all those days. Hint, hint.
Well, I think the one thing that Cobra did that got him there is he allowed Spectredawn to see enough of the left side of that 1 ball to play that safety. If he would have left him where the 6 was a little more in the way and he couldn't get to the left side of the ball, I think that would have been a pretty damn good push out. And Spectredawn played really an excellent shot there. So maybe his safety game's getting better too.
Well, the thing is, Coldest Pillow, if you're going to Glasgow like a tourist is going to Glasgow, you don't go to Silverburn, which is outside, it's in the outskirts of the city. You're actually leaving the city and heading south for about 4 or 5 miles from the city centre.
Not to be negative about any place in Scotland, but why would any tourist want to go to Glasgow? I mean, come on. That's the worst city in Scotland.
Well, it's not. I'll tell you something. On a more serious note, Glasgow's far more enjoyable than Edinburgh. Edinburgh's purely for the tourists. I mean, the Americans and Japanese suck that up like nothing. I mean, they love that, castles and guys in kilts and all that bullshit. Glasgow's where it's at in terms of entertainment and culture. Okay, if you go to certain areas of Glasgow, again, you're heading out of town and you're going to cowboy country. That's where you don't go.
Are we talking about pole dancers when you say entertainment? Is that why?
There's also Blythewood Square if you care to take a visit in there near the city centre. That's where some of the girls will do you a favour or two for a few dollars. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's 9-2 here.
Well, you think the comeback's on? Oh no, it's 9-2 to Spectredawn now. It's Spectredawn
Yeah.
at the table. I was thinking it was Cobra at the table
No,
there for a
it's
sec.
going the other way. No, Spectredawn. Cobra played I thought the shot he played was really a good shot. He just left the left side of the one ball enough of it that Spectredawn could play a really nice safety.
4 ball, thought about it. It's dry. 1 ball's in play, and Cobra's going to be out here. No, he isn't, because he got a ball. My bad.
No, he isn't.
I never even saw it.
Oh, I was going to say no, he isn't, because Spectredawn's shooting, but
Yeah, I didn't see he'd actually got a... Well, Spectredawn's 10-2. That's all I'm saying in that one. Now,
well, he's
between the 9 and 5.
He's a little funny here. He's going to draw it back.
Yeah, he's played the draw. Watch the 6. He's fine.
Yep, he's good.
Let's see if this is working, because I need to play this at the end of the match. No, it's not that one. It's not that one either. I can't remember my shortcuts. I'm going to have to write them down. They hang around the cash points. I just read that.
Cobra's got 2 options. One is play a lot of safes and try to slow him down, and the other is start running out like crazy himself.
Oh, I was going to say, so you still think Cobra's got options, do you, Steve? When you're 9-2 down and about to go 10-2?
Because in winter breaks, you're never out of the match. You can come back from some huge deficits in winter breaks if you can break and run out a lot, and when you don't have the run out, you can play safe. I mean, yeah, I think Cobra could still win this match. I'm not saying he's gonna, but I think it's possible.
There's Jakies all over the place. Yeah, we've got them in command. I don't even go to the town centre in command. I haven't been there for a long while. I don't go near it. There's nothing to see in it. It's dead since you've got the out-of-town shopping centres where you can go and park for free, where if you're in the town and trying to get a parking space, it's bad enough. And then you've got to pay through the nose. 10-2 to Spectredawn, 5 away from the finish line. After 35 minutes, 5 on the side, 8 on the side. A slight, you'll have to just spin off this. I think he's going to have to spin off this. Oh, no, tell her, it's a bit more of a cut.
This is tricky.
A lot more of a cut. But he's got to get the little spin, and he's missed the one. That was never easy, because it was a cut back into the pocket there.
Well, I think what he played was the right idea. It just didn't work out. So if you're Cobra in this situation, you just got to settle down, focus, start running racks. You just got to play real solid. It hasn't been lost yet.
Who won the Monday Scotch? Well, it was a good pot from Jose. That thin cut he played on the rail. I think it was me that played the safety, and it was a thin cut along the rail. Jose blasted it, and they ran out. Fair play to them.
Yeah, and he took a lot of time there because this was critical, and he doesn't have the right angle.
No, he's going to have to run up and down, is he? Is he going to risk bumping that 9?
You can bump the 9 because you're not going to get very much of it.
Yeah, I just caught the edge.
Oh.
Well, the roll has got to start now for Cobra. It definitely has. He's got to find that break.
I'll tell you something that I find amusing. Is new players will come onto this game, and they'll see guys like this play, and I'll get messages that people are cheating because they can't believe anybody can play this good. And what they don't realize is this isn't like most games where it's easy to get good. I mean, it's hard to get good at this game. And, you know, they don't realize how many hours these guys have played to get to this level.
I mean, it'd be interesting to know that how many people that have played this game over the years have actually, you know, whether they've played snooker or pool or any form of billiards in real life.
Oh, plenty. Plenty you do. And if you've played in real life, you know, all that real life knowledge is applicable here. So if you're a good player in real life, you got a big advantage coming in here. I mean, you still have to get used to the controls and the visual. And well, he missed that ball trying to put a lot of inside English on it.
Oh, I've got a question for you, Steve. Well, I've got a question. First of all, I've got two questions.
I think he can twist this and stick it. Hit this with low left, twist it and stick it behind the four and try to get the 2-ball to go 3 rails and out of there.
I think he can get this full in the face if he wants to try that.
Yeah, well,
but he's not doing it.
No, I think he needs to twist a little. I think he needs a little curve. I could soft kick at this, but this is a mistake. And I'll tell you why this is a mistake. Because it's too easy to play safe. Well, actually, the soft kick he got is actually pretty good. If that 2-ball was further off the rail, he'd be dead. But he's still going to get saved here.
Right. I'll ask my questions. First of all,
the 2-ball will stay. So you can take that cue ball and go between the 3 and 8 and use the 8-9. He's going to play a dink. That's all. If you're going to play a dink, that's all he had. And this, well, this is probably a sellout to a 1-pocket player. He's going to dink it, but that bank is there.
Yeah, the crossover, yeah. What was my question? I can't get my question out. The question is, bear in mind I could never get VP3 working in Windows 10. What are the odds in VP3 working in Windows 11?
Less. I said less.
So it won't, is the answer. Because it never, I could never get it to work in Windows 10.
Well, I don't think it will. Oh, look at this.
This looks good.
Really good. Really good.
No. Yeah, well, that was sweet.
So this is one you might want to soft kick at. I'm not sure anything good can happen other hitting it harder. I'm thinking soft kick and try to hit on top of the 2. If you get the back side of it, I don't think that's going to be good. Now, he hit it harder. And the problem there is I didn't, you know, if you're going to hit at that speed, you might as well just blast it because that was tough to come out good, that speed.
Gary P. Steve will explain, but I'll explain it as in a sort of my understanding of it. That then leads into various gambling lawsuits and rules and regulations that you have to be part of, I believe. Asking about playing wager games in VP4 and withdrawing your V dollars as cash. That's a whole different website you're going to there for that sort of thing.
Well, you guys can gamble all you want. Just pay each other through, you know, Venmo
or go via me. I've always offered myself. I'll pay it out via PayPal. You can trust me.
The bottom line is most people don't want to gamble. You see that in a pool room in real life too. Most people don't want to really play for money. The ones that do are a minority.
Well, the thing is that the betting, the V dollars has always been there in terms of it. The V dollars was there before the wagers came into VP4. The V dollar betting type thing is there on the ladders. So if you're joining a 9-ball ladder, whatever ladder it is, and you're playing somebody in a ladder match, you're playing for V dollars each time.
I think he can see the edge of this 3-ball. Yep. An excellent shot there. Excellent shot getting on the 4. And bonus ball there too.
Yeah. Well, this has died as a spectacle, this match. If
We'll
you're
see
in
stuff like
Cobra's
that,
corner,
Hugh,
it has.
But Cobra's not out of this thing yet. I mean,
Oh, he's dead and buried, Steve. He is
No.
dead. And listen,
remember when you said that before and the guy came back and won? Who was it?
Yeah,
Which
well-
match was that?
Well, I can't remember, but it's not this one.
Well, it's certainly
This
not
is-
the percentage play that Cobra's going to win from there, but you just never know. Win or break, anything's possible.
Well, he's going to have to set a new record for Rack's high run between now and the end of the match. Then simple as that. It's not a big ask, is it?
I won a match once when I was down 8-0 in a race to 9.
And there was a blue moon that night, wasn't there?
There was. I thought my opponent was going to suicide after that match. He
That
wasn't
one
too
ball
happy.
was the one ball was going again, but got bumped out of the way. And is it dry again, or did something go? It is dry. So this is all Cobra's getting. He's getting bits and pieces.
Well, he's going to have to do something, special here to get back in this match. The problem is when he has had these opportunities, he's messed up, missed easy balls,
Yeah.
done things that just you just can't do.
He's made those errors early on in the match, and that was a sort of the downward spiral very early on. So he's under pressure constantly now to hang on in this match. But then again, he's been in battles before. He's got the scars.
Yeah, I don't think he's got any give up in him. It's just it's tough to come back from this kind of thing. But he's got no give up. He'll give it his best go.
Well, I got on to Miasma the other day. What was it Miasma said in the chat in the lobby? Something about playing for fun. I never like to hear anybody saying playing for fun. You play to butcher your opponent. So you do. That's the mindset I've got. You want to cause him as much hurt and pain as you can.
I think he's okay, but that was a little strange looking there.
Well, he's left himself dodgy here. That was a semi-pro wiggle we saw there. Yep, this is dodgy. I mean, the pot's not so much dodgy. It's just watching the cue ball. And that's a good shot. Excellent shot. Oh, of course. You've got to have that. You've got to have that attitude. There's no Mr. Nice Guy when you're playing in competition.
Really? Not me. I could care less if I was not playing for money whether I win or lose.
That's right. You don't play for fun. You play to have a good laugh at your opponent, aye, but you don't play for fun. Right, Cobra. One ball. Now, I presume that one ball went in the side this time? I never seen it. Too busy looking at the chat. But he's on the 2.
He's got to make a decision here. I would shoot the 3 in the corner because I think it's easier to get positioned to go on the 4. Trying to play a 3 in the side, you risk getting screwy. Well, when I said corner, I meant the corner up table.
Yeah, there.
I would have left the angle back and shot it up table and just slid the cue ball over. So this is now he's got to hit this with inside, and this is a shot he missed before. It was more angle before, but it was the same shot.
Yeah, he's got there. How can he get out clean? Yes, he can. Well, he wants to. I think he wants to stay inside this 5 ball, so he's got the line, and he's got the line. All good. So don't forget that other match tomorrow night, half an hour later, or tomorrow afternoon, depending where you are in the world.
And the comeback is on, Hugh. He needs to break well.
Well, Larry, actually, that's the best I've seen Larry play when it mattered in his last match there against Bedhead. He was pretty strong at the end of it. And 1 ball on the side again. Shot in the 2, and everything's there. The comeback has started, folks. It's a long way back. I still think he's dead in the water, but it's a long way back.
It's simple. Just don't miss.
Well, it's simple rules at this stage when you're 11-6 down or 11-5 down. Oh, now there's a total failure there, Steve. That is a total failure.
And he should have gone around the corner there. That's the kind of thing. That's the kind of thing that you got to play shots where you're not taking a chance with the cue ball.
That's exactly it. If there's a 7 ball there and you know the cue ball's taking a line, you've got to get out of there.
He can make this. This is not that tough a shot. It's a rail first shot.
Yeah, but where's the cue ball going to end up? That's the question. It could end up in the other pocket.
To not scratch.
Okay, he's played it well.
Soft enough that he went to the end rail. Yeah. Yeah, I was a little surprised he didn't go around the corner with that shot.
Yeah, I mean, that is so obvious that the cue ball's taking a path, and if you underhit it, you're trifling with the 7 ball. He'll be annoyed at that. Well, he was annoyed at that.
No, he overhit it. He was trying to play short of that 7, which that's why I think
either or, underhit it, overhit it, but don't go behind the damn thing. I mean, it's sticking out like a sore thumb, that 7 ball.
Well, he's trying to hold the cue ball, and pool, it's always better to let the cue ball go where it wants. If you got a natural path going 2 rails around there, use that.
That's exactly it.
Well, look at this shot. That was beautifully played. Really nice shot there.
So just drop down below the 7. I don't know that he wants to hold the cue ball. Does he want to just hold it? He might hold it rather than letting it run through. If he could go too square and then it gets dicey.
He's just going to stun this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rotation games like this are kind of funny because in general in pool, you want to move the cue ball short distances, but sometimes given the path and other balls on the table, it's better to let the cue ball run and take a long path.
My donut's disappeared again. That's a bug in VP4. I don't know whether it's anything to do with whether it's to do with me live stream, but the donut's disappeared. Hang on. Yeah, the donut is gone now. What do you have to do? Do you have to tab out to get it back or something? I can't remember how to fix it. Wait a minute. One ball on the side again. Shot in the 2. If the 3 stays out of the way, it's going to be a bedhead cut, though. Let me just tab out for a sec. And my donut is back. There you go. You have to tab out of VP4 to get your donut back if you're ever in a spectator in the room and the donut disappears. That's the workaround, folks.
Well, he's got to avoid the 9 ball, because if he hits a 9 ball, he could end up putting the cue ball in a bad spot.
Yeah,
So
that's the right side again. You could hook behind the 8 and 6.
It's natural, though, between the 9 and the 4.
Oh,
and he missed it.
This needs to get a roll, and it hasn't.
Well, but he did himself a favor by bumping the 8 ball.
Yeah, he's killed the 8 and 6, so... Well, now, Cobra, Spectredawn could actually play for a hit here and be on the 3. I mean, he's got to go for it, hasn't he? He's got to go for it.
I would. It's such a natural path.
Yeah,
and it's hard to hook yourself on the 3.
You cannot turn down this opportunity. Yes, you've got to focus on the pot, but the cue ball's got to bump them.
And you don't have to hit this that hard. I mean, it can't be just a dead roll, but you don't have to hit the 8 and 6 that hard to get them to separate.
No, they don't do any Krispy Kreme donut meal deals. Not that I'm aware of.
Now, one of the reasons you don't want to hit them hard is because that's how you get the cue ball to go in a bad place.
Yeah, it wasn't an easy cut. It wasn't an easy cut.
He didn't make the ball, but he's going to come out good on it.
Yeah, and he's got the cover. Well, what Cobra doesn't want to do is blast this and bump the 6 and 8 ball. I'm sure he won't do that.
I'd be trying to kick this ball in. Go to the right side of the 9, spin it. Try to go, well, I mean, this ball's not that close to the rail. With this angle, it might be better to go straight to the 2 ball into the end rail. He's not doing that. He's going to play some kind of masse shot, it looks like. Which, I don't think that's a bad choice.
Oh, it's gone in. Great shot.
Well, he didn't get any love out of it, though.
Yeah, he hooked himself behind the 4, but it was a good effort.
Yeah, very good shot. No love.
Now, this 5 ball, he's going to have to get really sweet on this 5 ball to either finish the short rail and cut it in and come across and bump the 8, or...
I didn't think the 3 ball was that tough a kick.
Well, he's going to play the combo.
The whole thing. Yeah, he can play the combo, and then we'll see what he decides to do. Because...
Oh, hang on a minute. This might work.
The bank goes. I would play the bank on the 6.
No, he's looking at... He's getting the bump.
Oh, and he got a great bump.
There you go.
That works. I would have banked the 6 myself, but what he did worked out really well. I mean, you can't get expect a whole lot better than this out of. Now, a lot of players would draw this ball, just stroke wise. I think in VP it doesn't matter as much.
That's the donut. Gary, that donut, you hit your V button, that's your donut. I call it the donut. That was my terminology that I brought to VP4, calling it the donut. I like it better when it's a blue donut, because that's another bug that sometimes happens when players are calling a pocket. It goes into a blue donut, which I like. Spectredawn. Well, this could be the run to the finish line here if he gets his brake working for 2 or 3 more attempts. It could be all over.
Yeah, well, I mean, certainly every game he gets closer is really bad for Cobra.
Couple of balls in the corner pocket, six
A
ball on the
couple,
side.
a whole bunch.
Perfect in the one.
Well, couldn't get a
Perfect
whole
on the
lot better
one.
than this.
Now,
I mean, that's like
5, 6. What was that? 4, 5, and 6 have all gone. So
that's
this
like
is the one that'll win the rack. 2 to the 3.
That break was like the prettiest girl in the bar just came over and sat down next to you. I mean, that was sweet.
No,
Is
he's
she
not muted.
He's just not
No.
saying anything, which I
There's
know
just-
is strange.
There's nothing much you need to say. Not at this stage. I'm just still trying to remember my shortcuts. Let me test another one. Hang on.
Hasta la vista.
Are you trying to crash X, whatever you call it?
Yeah, XSplit. Yeah, that's another thing. I'm doing this just to try and see if things will work. And also to remember what my shortcut keys are. What's this one for? That was Arnie.
Welcome to VP4TV.
Ah.
You're watching a Tactical Genius production. Please welcome your commentary team for this match, 9ball.com and Super Admin aka Steve Chaplin, CEO and President of Celeris, Inc. Good luck to both players and have a good one.
That was the one I was looking for at the start of the match, but I couldn't find it.
Well, he got the dry break, but he left kind of a tricky situation here. You can play safe off the right side of the 1, slide by the 6, but that's risky.
Well,
he's going to push, which this is always a good idea when you're like, I don't really like anything. You're going to push out and leave a little different kind of situation here.
No.
That, again, this is not, he may get this back. This is a little tricky.
My donut's gone again.
Would want to shoot the combination here. Let's see what Spectredawn's going to do. Of course,
He's going to play the
fires
combo.
it in like it's nothing.
Donut. Yeah, the donut's flickering. It's not appearing. See how it's flickering on the table there?
That's a second push out Cobra's played this match where Spectredawn didn't even think twice, just fired away.
Hang on a minute.
And made it.
Right, it's back again.
Well played there. Little double kiss on the 5 for position. Very well done. And he gets onto the correct side of the forest so he can come back, shoot the 5 on the side, slide up for the 7, and he's done.
Well, he's going to be on the hill.
Yeah, and this is where it gets real tough if you're Cobra, because when the guy gets on the hill, it's that becomes near impossible.
Cobra's already played his last shot, Steve. He ain't getting back to the table. That's it. It's done.
Cobra's out, Steve. Yeah, Miasma, the guy that you said was going to win 15-11.
Well, if I was you, Coldest Pillow, I'd be in practicing my break shot. That's what I'd be doing.
Well,
One ball didn't go on the
Well,
side. 5 balls
was-
going in, though, into the
well, it
corner.
was certainly possible that Spectredawn was going to win. Nobody expected this kind of score.
Now, this is obviously
This is
thin.
tricky. Well,
And
the way to play this is with right English, because you can kill the cue ball. Hit this with a lot of right English and just kind of spin it to the long rail, and you can slow the cue ball down enough here.
it's quite tight, that one ball. Is oh. Well, Cobra's
Well, that
going
was
to be
all
in
kinds
trouble,
of
I think.
craziness, but I think this is a
Cobra's
pretty
going
easy
to get-
safety.
He's going to get back to the table, but he's not going to have much on, I don't think. Does he think he can? He can get enough of this?
He thinks he can shoot it. Well, he played a 9 ball.
Oh, he's played the 9.
Nice.
That worked out.
Sweet.
And it's all over. Simple as that. 15 racks to 6. Nobody predicted that in the stream. Far from it. Yeah, he definitely played it. So, cold as pillow. You have an opponent in the next round.
I think he
there's the
just
match.
served some notice that he's a contender.
Well, he's a contender because he's obviously still in it. But cold as pillow will take him down a peg or two tomorrow night. Because Spectredawn's under the pressure with the tag that he's still that good and he hasn't won one of these things. So we've got Larry, USA against United Kingdom tomorrow night. And that is at 7 p.m., 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. I will be there for that because that'll finish in reasonable enough time so I can get to bed and get up to work the next day.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be around for that.
We've got about, I think there's about 6 people in the Cowboy. That's the 3rd of July, so still plenty of time for plenty more people to get in it. Tam's not even in it yet. Even I'm not in it yet, so there's still plenty of time. But if you're thinking about it, get signed up to that. Okay, you never found out what your crash was in VP4 because you didn't have the log, did you? You said you were using that other version.
Yeah, but it
That's
wasn't
what you
running
said.
in the debugger, so it's running the debugger now. So if it crashes again, I'll catch it.
Oh, Nude has arrived in the lobby.
Who?
Nude, as in naked. Nude. Cobra says he's not feeling well.
Nude.
He said he wasn't feeling well, but no excuse. Got food poisoning. That means he had a bad curry last night. Yeah.
He says I was shite. Well, maybe shite was the problem.
Yeah. You know that Glasgow Celtic signed a Brazilian player about, 10 years ago, and his name was Rafael Scheidt. I think it was Scheidt, and the commentators were scared to pronounce his name. I think he played one match for Celtic and then they kicked him out the door. Because
that's pretty funny.
Too many people were laughing at his name. Right, folks. Well, it was a bit of a surprise in the sense that it was pretty one-sided for the most part. But that bad start for Cobra, things didn't really get an awful lot better. Yes, he got a few racks, but it was all too much to ask to keep staying at the table.
He made a couple mistakes, missed a lot of ball, and then it was like
he contributed to it himself. Self-inflicted damage is the worst one, and he'll admit that he made a few of them. And you can't do that against Spectredawn because that's just like feast or famine. I mean, he's like a bloody predator shark. He'll just rip bits off you. And
well, that was a impressively played match, and there wasn't a lot of safety play, which I think hurt Cobra. But when Spectredawn needed to play safe, he did a pretty good job.
Well, guess what, folks? I didn't crash. Let me try another shortcut before we go.
No, you gotta crash it. Come on.
Ready to rumble!
These guys want stats, you, so don't crash
Oh.
yet. They want to see stats.
Let's have a look.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh, there's John Virgo back as well. Spectredawn.
There are a lot of
Spectre-
runouts, I can tell you that. This is going to be mucho
Spectredawn.
runouts.
Spectredawn and Cobra. Cobra. Now, is that him second in the list?
Yes.
Yeah, well, Cobra was breaking one ball on average, but then again, he only had 7 breaks. Spectredawn just under 1. Runouts from the break, 7 for Spectredawn and 3 for Cobra, and then Moneyball shot. Surprisingly, that's a bit weird, is it not? Oh no, that's break percentage. What am I talking about? That's break percentage. 9 ball stats. Rack's high run was 3 for Spectredawn, 2 for Cobra, and then the Moneyball's 100%. So the odds certainly, or the stats certainly reflect how it went for the most part. Right. I think we'll call it a day, folks. Thanks to Steve for getting in time.
Thanks for streaming, Hugh.
Thanks for your company, guys. Don't forget tomorrow night, and don't forget also that if you can't be there, it'll be on the playlist. This is on the playlist. I've got them automatically going onto the playlist now, so I don't need to remember to do it. I do it automatically now. So
Hey,
check them out.
Look who just came into the lobby. Steamroller. Steamroller has arrived. I thought that's what, when I first saw that Steamroller, I thought Spectredawn had a new name.
No, he's an old player, that Steamroller name. I've seen that name before.
Because that was maybe you don't know that term, but in the U.S. we would say that Cobra just got steamrolled.
Oh, here's something trivial and quite interesting. I was watching a part of an episode of QI, quite interesting over here. Do you know that there are 21 terms, 21 different descriptions?
Don't say it. Don't say it. No, don't say it. I know what you're going to say. I want to hear it.
There's 21 different descriptions for it. It begins with a J and it ends in an R. So it does 21 different descriptions of it, and I never knew that. But there's something to look for on YouTube. that's what I do. I spend my afternoons trawling through YouTube. Right, we're off, folks. I'm off for a coffee. Yep. We'll see you later.
Thanks, you. Good night, guys.
Good night. See you later, folks.